Hi, James. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure, I can do. My name is James Rankin. As you can hopefully tell from my accent, I am from the north of England and absolutely not Scotland, as people often mistake me for. I don't have anything against Scottish people, I'm definitely English. I work as a technical authority, I believe my rather grandiose job title is at the moment, but I work in financial services. I'm kind of, my background is very much an old school kind of Citrix admin, Citrix architect, etc. But also, finally, the company that I'm working for currently, we've actually started to adopt a very cloud-focused model, which makes things a lot more interesting, and I've started learning some new things finally, which is all good.
Very cool. Can you let us know the name of the session you'll be presenting at Converge?
I can, assuming I can remember it because I've done so many sessions recently. I believe it is IT Administrators, How to Enable Users in a Pandemic. And I'm very much looking forward to doing this because it's kind of, I've got a big background. I originally wanted to be a journalist, actually, so I like a good story, and it's good to, I think, in presentations, to have something you can talk about that has kind of a beginning and a middle and an end, and this sort of has it all, really. It has at the start how we started out. We started out with a very old school way of managing our environment, and the customer were very much stuck in their ways, really, around that. And then all of a sudden, when COVID-19 came along, we had to adapt very, very quickly to some new ways of working, and we are very, very pleased with the results, which is why I'm quite keen to tell people all about it.
This is a really interesting topical session, and the thing that strikes me is that what's happened is we've seen an acceleration of a trend that was already underway. I mean, is that how you perceived it?
I think that the key part for us is that, everybody for a long time has wanted to improve their processes, to automate more and do things like that, and be able to scale very rapidly and make it all very secure as well. But just because we were so focused on day-to-day delivery, we were very slow moving towards that. But luckily, because we'd already kind of, our cloud teams had already investigated that, we actually found that we had all of the tools we needed already there. We just weren't using them at the right kind of scale. And I mean, I don't want to go into too much of the details about my session, but when we did have to when we got locked down and we had to scale up, we did it at an absolutely unprecedented rate. And as I said, I'm still very, very pleased with the performance of what we put together. And it almost looks like as if it might go on to be used, pretty much as our standard DR recovery procedure. All the other processes we had for business continuity have been more or less canned, basically, for want of a better term.
Wow. Well, that sounds like definitely a session that I'll be watching and dropping into the live Q&A on Slack for.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. As I said, I also will be available to do Q&A on Slack and things like that. But I think the focus area that I think people will be interested in. I mean, I know Converge is, a lot of people think it's developer focused, but it's more about automation and the tool sets that you've got out there, and that's why I want to come along, because I have to say that the cloud ops guys that I work with are the real wizards who made all this stuff work. A lot of it using things like Packer and Terraform, Chef and Puppet, things like that. It was absolutely alien to me. I was like, where's my MCS? Where's my PVS? Things like that. Where's my golden image? But now it's done totally differently. And as I keep going on about, I've been really impressed by it. And I think this will be the way of working for perhaps, your average Citrix environment going forwards, especially in the cloud.
Excellent.
Jake, it's really obvious you're passionate about your breakout session here, and it's really exciting to see. And I gotta admit with Pat, we can't wait to see it. So with that in mind, if you haven't registered for Citrix Converge yet, please be sure to click on the link below, register, and check out James's session. Thanks, James.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.